3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Nittany No Huddle Podcast.
We are back with another episode of the Nittany No Huddle Podcast. We got an absolute electrifying episode ahead of us with a big weekend with 0-3 Kent State coming to town to Penn State this weekend. Number 10 in the AP poll, Penn State, might I add. So, Devin, we'll kick it off. I know most people are not excited about this game at all, but I think it will be a good litmus test to see how we fare compared to other schools who have played Kent State, specifically Tennessee, I believe, played them last week. Am I right on that? Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll get to see how we stack up comparable to some of these teams. I know, a couple weeks ago when we played another MAC team, we looked absolutely terrible, and we were dead wrong on this show specifically. So can't get much worse than that with our prediction, but I think the line is 49, and that 49 points is what I'm looking at right now.
It's been fluctuating between like 47 and 50.
I feel like that's crazy.
And the over-under the over-under is like 56, and the line is 49. So
54 is the over-under I'm seeing right now. At least
so it's going to be ESPN. So Vegas thinks it's going to be a shutout. So
yeah, I mean, we can go through it real quick. I know their starting quarterback, Cargman. I don't know. I've watched any tape. Cargman. Yeah, he only has 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the year. So
yeah, I mean, like you said, I don't think there's much to say. I mean, obviously we were completely wrong about Bowling Green, and I'm way more excited to see Bowling Green play Texas A&M this week than I am for Penn State's game, because I want to see, are we that bad, or did Bowling Green just play out of their mind? Because I mean, you got a quarterback going up against his former coach, the defensive coordinator, Tom Allen. I mean, I think there were some things that I think Penn State kind of fell into that victim mode of the high win hangover, as so many people call it. You win on the road at West Virginia, a rivalry game to some extent, and then you come home, you expect to get a blowout win over a MAC team, and they didn't look very good. Their offense looked good. The defense did not look very good. So
yeah,
like you said, I think at the end of the day, I mean, I know people aren't excited. I'm excited. I'll be there Saturday, so I'll be excited. No matter what, if they win 200-0, I'll be excited, or because I get to be at the game, and that's always fun. But like you said, I think that this is really the most important thing about this game is to see the final score and how we perform. When you see that Kent State is literally one of the bottom 5 teams in all of FBS. I mean, they're really, really bad. Whereas Bowling Green was picked to finish in the top 3 in the MAC, Kent State was picked to finish last. Jordan, you know how many teams are in the MAC off the top of your head?
5.
There's 12 teams in the MAC, and they received 13 votes in the preseason voting. So that means everyone picked them to finish last, except for one school picked them to finish next to last.
Which was probably themselves.
Probably. You look at this schedule, like they lost by 31 at Pitt. Pitt just beat West Virginia, so you got to imagine our score should be better than that. They lost to FCS school St. Francis by a touchdown, and last week they got completely demolished, 71-0 at Tennessee. I think it was 65-0 at halftime. Do I expect Penn State to win 71-0? No, I don't think that. I don't think James Franklin's that guy to even do that, even if we could. But I mean, we have to put up 50. Like if we don't put up 50, it's huge red flags in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I don't think there's much to really get into as far as like the nitty gritties. We've covered our offense. Our defense needs to play much better. And we'll see if this last game was just a fluke or if we truly, our defense is not as good as we thought it was. And maybe we're regressing back this year defensively. But we'll see. I mean, there's a lot to learn from this weekend, and you'll get to see it firsthand. So Hopefully the weather's okay. I don't know what it's like
I think it's
up
supposed to be decent, a
north where
little
you guys are.
overcast. I think it's
Okay.
supposed to be nice.
I know down here in Virginia it's been raining nonstop for the last like 3 days. So
Yeah. No, it hasn't been raining here in central PA. I mean, off and on today, but it's just been like mid 70s. It's been pretty nice. I think that's kind of the forecast for Saturday. So, yeah, it should be. I mean, it should be all Penn State. I mean, I don't. You just. I know we weren't, and we're not getting into like the gritties. I don't remember how many FBS schools there are. I think there's like 136 or something like that.
yeah.
Like their season stats right now for Kent State. Passing defense 122, passing offense 123, rushing defense 133, rushing offense 131. I mean, sacks allowed per game 82. Total defense 133, total offense 133. Now, obviously, Tennessee scoring 71 points is going to kind of blow that up, but I mean, you look at those numbers and I don't. I mean, it's just unfathomable that Penn State doesn't win 50-0.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's hope for that. All right, we'll move on. Might as well just go into the pick'ems for this week. We'll keep this
Keep
episode
it short and
short.
sweet.
Yeah. All right, first game we got is number 24 Illinois and number 21 Nebraska. I'm personally excited for Nebraska to start looking like a real college football team again. I've always been a fan of Matt Rule, so seeing him do well, especially since we don't have to play Nebraska, every year. So
Yeah.
I'm taking Nebraska in this game. I believe you're taking Nebraska, and so is Zach. So
Yep. We're across the board. We got fake Pat Mahomes kind of doing his thing. So
yeah, I like it. Another good game. Number 11 USC on the road at the Big House versus 18 Michigan. I know in our text I originally said I was taking USC. I think I'm gonna take Michigan. I don't know why my gut. Everything on paper says USC should come in and win this game, but my gut's saying Michigan doesn't lose 2 in a row at home. I don't know. And we don't know a lot about USC either. I mean, they did very well versus LSU, but like, what is LSU right now? Do we know? So
right.
that's
Yeah.
just kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board with you. I pick USC. I think USC is a little bit better right now, but I agree that now seeing LSU play South Carolina last week, I think LSU has a lot of question marks, and the fact that USC is going to hang their hat on that win raises some questions. I just don't think Michigan's very good. I don't know. This, as much as I hated the conference realignment and I hate the fact that USC is in the Big Ten because it's not the Big Ten. This is pretty cool to have games like this. I mean, it's September 21st, and we're talking about 11th ranked USC going to the Big House against the defending national champions for a conference game, not just a non-conference game. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty cool to me.
Imagine telling us this in like 2010.
Or even like 5 years ago. I mean, even in 2019, pre-COVID, like, oh, USC is going to join the Big Ten and they're going to play at national champion Michigan. What?
Yeah, I agree. I think, Zach and you are both taking USC. We'll see. I think Lincoln Riley has figured some things out, but I just feel like we don't know enough about. We know what Michigan is, and we know what they aren't, but I feel like we don't know what USC is yet. So,
yeah.
Moving on, we got Arkansas at Auburn. Auburn's favored -3. I'm going with Arkansas. I don't know why. I just don't like Auburn, and I don't think Jordan Hare is a particularly hard place to play in. So I don't think Arkansas will have any issues going down there, taking care of business. Who do you got?
I have Auburn. I don't feel good about it. It's just kind of one of these traditional SEC games that, I mean, I think it's a true toss-up. So I went with Auburn mainly because they're home. They're in a little bit of a question mark right now with Peyton Thorne getting benched for whatever his name is, the backup. But yeah, I mean, Arkansas, I saw them play a little bit of the OK State game, and I think on paper they're probably a little bit better, but I don't know. Auburn at home. I'll take them.
Yeah. All right. Got to be different too. Get some
Yeah,
points
I
back
gotta
in our
try to get them.
pick'ems.
Yeah, I think I'm in last too. So
You are.
nice.
All right. We got Rutgers at Va Tech. A game I could not care less about, but I took Rutgers because go Big 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Virginia Tech with that opening season loss to Vandy, that kind of stings. I do kind of like their running back. He's got that crazy first name, like Biashal or Bishul or something like that. I think he's pretty solid. So I took Va Tech at home, and I went to Virginia Tech in January for a basketball game. So I went and saw their stadium for the first time. So that was cool.
And their head coach.
Do I? Who's their head coach now?
Va Tech, isn't it Brent Pry?
Oh yeah, for football. Yeah, I did meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. There we go.
There you go.
Showed up in little Perry County for a football game. Crazy.
All right. Moving on to number 12, Utah at 14, Oklahoma State. I'm taking Oklahoma State in this one. I watched Utah last week without Cam Rising, which feels like the only time I watch Utah, Cam Rising's injured. So
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen him play.
I was about to
be
say
honest.
the same joke. Literally the exact same joke.
Like, I feel like he's just always hurt. I don't honestly thinking back, maybe that one game they played against Oregon. Was he their starting quarterback when or the Utah player like dropped the ball at like the one?
Oh man, I
How
mean probably.
long ago was that?
I don't know, but this is his 7th year, so probably. Think about that. I sent Jordan and Zach a meme I found online, a joke. The combined starting age in this game, if assuming Cam Rising starts with these, I think he's supposed to. The combined age of these starting quarterbacks is 49. The starting quarterbacks in the Colts versus Chicago Bears game this weekend, 44. Younger in the NFL than it is these two 7-year seniors. It's crazy.
There's been a ton of great memes with their quarterback pictures. Like I saw one, it was like these two look like the next two big stars of the like Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Like
that's great.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But I got Oklahoma State just because I don't know. I don't trust Utah.
No, I actually think Oklahoma State is really good.
And I like Gundy, so
yeah. They do have a pretty favorable schedule in the Big 12 once they get through Utah, and then next week Oklahoma State is at Kansas State. If they get through those two games, Oklahoma State should go undefeated, and that's going to be a serious conversation on how good they can be in the 12-team playoff. Because I mean, you look at West Virginia, BYU, Baylor, Arizona State, TCU, Texas Tech, and the chumps that are Colorado. Like if they get through these next 2 weeks, they're going undefeated. So, yeah, I think Oklahoma State's really good.
Yeah. Who'd they play last week?
Who did they play last week? They beat Tulsa.
Tulsa,
in a road game. Kind of interesting that they went to Tulsa to play.
All right. I think Zach also picked Oklahoma State. So moving on, we got Cal at FSU. I think we're all taking Cal on this one.
Another sweep.
Yeah, I don't think Florida State's going to get a win. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they are broken.
Yeah, they are. Something is seriously wrong with Florida State right now.
Like, it's kind of insane, actually.
Yeah. And talk about just a true blue blood matchup here. Cal at Florida State for the ACC. Wow. What a world.
Yeah. I mean, when I hear Atlantic Conference, like, I immediately think Cal. Like, that is who my mind goes to. So.
Yep. But yeah, Cal's putting together a 3-week stretch here that's pretty solid. I think they were pretty close to getting ranked this weekend. I think I put them at 25 in my ranking.
I think I have them ranked as well. I have them at 22.
Yeah, they're doing some interesting stuff here. Beating San Diego State, I always think is a good thing. And then to win at Auburn, I know you don't think Jordan Hare is that hard. I think it's not as hard as Beaver, but it's up there. And so three solid wins for them to start the year.
Yeah, I like it. We'll see if Cal ends up staying there, if the big or the Pac-12 comes back alive and they steal him back. Which that has been a wild saga. I don't know if you've been following that at all.
I haven't seen anything about Cal joining them, but just the Pac-12 in general and who they're adding, and yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah. All right. Last game. Oh no, we have 2 more. So 6 Tennessee at 15 Oklahoma. I'm taking Tennessee in this one. I don't think Oklahoma is that good this year, personally. Some questions at quarterback for them. I don't know. I'm riding high on Tennessee. That's what all the pundits have told me. So that's what I'm going to reiterate to our 0 fans watching right now.
Right. Yeah. So here's the hot take. Everyone who has watched all 80 viewers of the first few podcasts here, I think Tennessee is incredibly overrated. And I think their scores look really, really good because they've played 2 awful teams and 1 mediocre team. So yes, they beat Chattanooga 69-3. Wow, it's Chattanooga. Yes, you beat Kent State 71-0. It's Kent State. And then, yeah, you have a neutral site win over a then-ranked NC State team who I don't think should have been ranked. I think that no matter what Tennessee does, they're going to lose 3 or 4 games this year. So it doesn't really matter. Like, they're not a national championship contender.
Oh boy.
So they're going to lose 3 games.
I know. Last time you said that.
Those Michigan fans, they better come back. But I'm going to stand by it. I was wrong last year, but I don't. When I watch Tennessee, I don't see them being good enough to beat even Georgia or Alabama, who they play this year,
or Kentucky.
Like I just don't see it, and I'm not saying Oklahoma is better, but I'm picking Oklahoma just to try to, I don't know, steal a win and hope that I'm right about Tennessee. I know you said about some quarterback stuff. I think Jackson Arnold has talent. I don't know if he has shown all of it yet. I think it's coming. I do. Still a pretty young guy, and I think his time is coming for Oklahoma. So I hope I'm right because I can't be wrong 2 years in a row, can I? I guess. I don't know.
Can you? That would be hilarious.
I mean, if we had like 500 subscribers, it would matter, but I'm just going to start throwing nonsense out here, I guess. So
I love it.
Tennessee sucks.
Who knows? Somebody will add us. It will happen.
If it was like the old days of Nittany No Huddle, that would be our clickbait thumbnail.
Yeah,
of how bad Tennessee is, but now we're trying to be a little
the worst team in the.
We're just
we did have some great thumbnails back in the day.
We did back in the old days, yeah. When we actually had some free time and all 3 of us weren't married and working all the time and going back to school. And
when we first started too, it was the middle of COVID, so I was working from home the entire time.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was great.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we need COVID back, but in a different way.
He's calling COVID now too. Oh god.
Yeah.
All right, final game, which feels like a COVID era game. Iowa at Minnesota. Iowa's favored by 2.5 points, so kind of surprised. I don't think
that might be the score. Good. It might be 2-0.
Yeah, maybe.
And Minnesota covers, but they lose.
That would be electric.
I mean, that would be awesome.
I don't know what's up with Iowa. I mean, I feel like Zach kind of cursed them 2 weeks ago when he said, this is just the game that, Iowa wins all the time, and then they blow it at the end.
Yeah.
That was pretty hysterical to watch.
Yeah. But no, I don't. I mean, for this game, I don't know. It literally might be the first to score 10 points wins. And as crazy as this sounds, I think Iowa's offense is better. So I don't know how I feel about saying that, but I think this is going to be a pretty low scoring game. In Minnesota, I guess I take Iowa just from history.
Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota. Oh my gosh, who's Minnesota's head coach? He was Western Michigan's head coach, right?
Fleck.
Yeah, PJ Fleck. That's right. Right, Western Michigan. Is that where he was?
I don't remember.
One of the schools. schools. Yeah, Western
Yeah.
Michigan, I think. Yeah, PJ Fleck. I feel like he was very like highly or sought after when he became the head coach of Minnesota. And now
Yeah.
it's just like I feel like he hasn't really done shit, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna look him
I
up
mean,
on
it's
Wikipedia
Minnesota.
real quick.
It's
Yeah, I mean, you look at, I mean, so taking away the COVID year because that doesn't count, he's won 5, 7, 11, 9, 9, 6.
they had an 11-win season.
Yeah, in 2019, remember?
Nope.
You don't remember that year?
Did we beat them in 2019?
We lost to them whenever we were ranked number 4 in the nation. And they were ranked number 17.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. That was a game day kickoff. And then, so they were like 7-0 at that point. And then the next week they lost at Iowa because they were ranked in the top 10. And if you're ranked in the top 10, you lose at Iowa. So
They have a pretty tough schedule too this year.
this year,
Yeah.
they
got Iowa next week. They have Michigan, then at Michigan versus USC, UCLA, Maryland, Illinois, Rutgers, Penn State, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, it's tough. And those road games are tough. You go from at UCLA, at Illinois, at Rutgers, at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. They might win 5, 6 games again if they're
Maybe.
lucky.
They're lucky. They'll probably beat us though. So
Yeah, probably.
I think it's like that Family Guy meme or GIF where it's like, Brian, are we trash? So it's like being a Penn State football fan. But,
Pretty much.
all right,
Especially when we beat Kent State like 30-10 this weekend or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah. But could be worse, I guess. Could be worse.
Yeah. Could be Pitt fans. Or West Virginia this year. I mean, man, talk about an awful way to start your year. You lose to Penn State and you lose the backyard brawl. Man, glad I'm not a West Virginia fan.
Yeah.
In that way.
Yeah. It's probably why they have drinking problems.
I mean, it's West Virginia, so
Yeah.
what else are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's all we got for today. I don't have anything else for this weekend. Hopefully there's good weather for the game for you.
Yeah. I mean, should be fun. Maybe I'll post a couple YouTube shorts or something if I remember our login information.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm recovered from my wisdom teeth surgery. So
yeah, I mean, I know we can talk about this off camera, but we have 0 people watching, so what's it matter? How are you getting your wisdom teeth out in your mid-30s?
Oh, I'm not mid-30s. I'm 32,
early 30s.
But yeah, I don't know. I just never got them out, and they were severely impacted. They really grew in horizontal instead of vertical.
Yeah, I would think that they probably would be by waiting that long.
Yeah, they had to like chip out like around my jaw and stuff. Super painful.
Yeah, it sounds like
yeah. I woke up like mid-surgery too, which was not very cash money.
No.
I did. Once I could talk, the first thing I said was, "Hey, can you play some Creed?"
Oh my god! Yeah,
that's a real thing that happened. So
I believe it. I mean, why would you not want to listen to Creed in that moment?
Yeah, but yeah, that's
all right.
Where we're at. So hopefully I'll be fully recovered by next week.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Maybe you and Zach can hop on Saturday and when we win 31-10, talk crap.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, that's all I got. So,
all right. Peace out, Nittany Nation.
Thanks for watching the Nittany No Huddle podcast. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Podcasts are posted weekly on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss one of our new shows.